Hello guys, my name is Nick and you are watching The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you have subscribed to our channel with post notifications turned on so that you never miss out on one of our daily WWE videos. Well guys, although Vince McMahon was adamant that he would be able to convince and lure the cult of personality CM Punk to return back to the WWE with a hefty paycheck, lots of benefits, and a reported apology which McMahon apparently gave CM Punk via Twitter, his efforts have allegedly been fruitless thus far, with one source stating that CM Punk has no intention whatsoever of returning to the WWE anytime soon, if ever, and CM Punk was merely going along to some extent with the rumors that he was in some form of contact with Vince McMahon to drum up interest and buzz from the wrestling community, and not surprisingly, a company who we have been informed that CM Punk isn't against working with, and that promotion being AEW All Elite Wrestling. As we've mentioned previously, CM Punk has kept his ear open to offers from AEW, considering Punk does have a good rapport with the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. Though CM Punk wasn't willing to agree on a contract prior with the upstart company, one possible major reason being the lack of a television deal. But now that All Elite Wrestling has secured a great deal with TNT, the chances of Punk making a move over to AEW sometime after the company's partnership with Turner comes into effect this fall, most likely sometime in October, are very high, especially taking into account the fact that Tony Khan reportedly feels as though having a big name like CM Punk on their roster would help bring over new fans to tune in to AEW's weekly shows, as they get things off the ground and running in an upswing direction. Fellow wrestler X-Pac, who has ties to both CM Punk and many stars currently on the AEW roster, including the Young Bucks, mentioned this morning that he guarantees that CM Punk will in fact show up in All Elite Wrestling at some point after the TNT deal comes into effect. And X-Pac mentioned that CM Punk has no intention of sitting idly by on the sidelines. With all this being said, when we look at the reasons as to why CM Punk has inevitably decided to reject Vince McMahon's desperate call for help during this time of a ratings and viewership crisis in WWE, and instead potentially set his sights on AEW, we must understand Punk's reported outlook on how things would unfold for him in WWE if he were to ever make that big return. According to multiple sources, the money aspect isn't much of a concern for CM Punk, as Vince McMahon's reported high seven-figure offer was more than enough to intrigue the multi-time WWE World Champion into consideration, but CM Punk's main stance on why he is, in our opinion, wisely steering clear of WWE stems from the way in which Vince treats wrestlers from a creative standpoint, and the restrictions that Vince imposes on all talents, whether full-time or major part-timers like Brock Lesnar for example, and CM Punk simply doesn't want to be under stress because of dealing with those creative frustrations, not to mention the issues that Punk still has with many of the current high-ranking WWE executives, including Vince McMahon and Triple H. And while McMahon tried his best attempt to apologize to CM Punk for the way things had ended between the cult of personality and WWE, notably CM Punk being fired on his wedding day, the decision to stay away from the company has been a relatively easy one for CM Punk, especially with another promotion that can offer competitive pay, if not more money compared to WWE, while also guaranteeing to provide all their talent with creative freedom, something that WWE certainly doesn't offer. Taking all this into account, do you believe that CM Punk has made the right decision to essentially reject Vince McMahon's WWE return demands? And if CM Punk does in fact return to professional wrestling, which is something that is being anticipated by most in the business, will All Elite Wrestling be off to a solid running start when it comes to their weekly television show if CM Punk signed with AEW? Make sure you sound off in the comment section down below and do give us your thoughts and opinions on the matter. Thanks for watching The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also be sure that you hit that subscribe button for all of our daily WWE videos.